So, Kyle Larson won last weekend's NASCAR Cup Series race at Watkins Glen. The win was his second Cup Series win of the season and second consecutive win at the racetrack. He also won the Xfinity Series race that was on the previous day. The battle for the win came down to him and Chase Elliott on the final restart. On the final restart, Elliott decided to take the outside lane while Larson was on the inside. Larson was able to get a good jump from A.J. Allmendinger, and he ended up locking up his brakes, made an aggressive move, and he went up the racetrack and also forced Elliott up the racetrack. This allowed Allmendinger to work his way into contention and caused Chase Elliott to drop out of contention. Larson went on to hold off Allmendinger for the win. Joey Logano finished third, Elliott finished fourth, and Daniel Suarez finished fifth. In his post-race interview, you could tell Chase Elliott was not happy with Kyle Larson. Dave Burns, he was tight-lipped. He was upset, but he didn't want to say anything bad about him. Dave Burns asked him, "What do you think about that move he made?" He said, "Kyle Larson did a good job. It's good to see a undercard in victory lane." Then he asked him, "What are you going to say to him this week?" Congratulations. That's as sarcastic, expressive as he got. So the race was initially delayed for rain. At that point, I was wondering, is this going to be a rain race? How much rain is there going to be? And NASCAR decided to wait until the rain was out of the system, the forecast, so that the track was drier when the race started. And so what ended up happening was that in stage one it was a bit wet, but from then on it was dry. I think it was a good move on NASCAR's behalf to wait for the track to be dry, because you could tell there were certain teams that were having certain issues with their cars. And the new car has never been used in the rain before. So during stage one, they came to pit road to go from the twitch tires, from wet tires to the regular tires, and certain dry teams did not come on pit road fast enough, and then ended up one lap down, such as William Byron and Denny Hamlin. And you usually don't go one lap down on a road course. Chase Briscoe won stage one, and Joey Logano won stage two. As for the playoff race, Martin Truex Jr. finished 23rd, and Ryan Blaney finished 24th. None of the drivers won stage points, and Truex only gained 1 point on Ryan Blaney. Blaney has a 25-point lead on Truex going to the final race. Michael McDowell finished 6th. Out of all the drivers you could call underdogs, I was rooting for McDowell. If McDowell would have won, it would have actually had playoff implications. That's why I was rooting for him. He was leading early in the race, but he faded in the final race, in the final stage, and ended up finishing 6th. Allmendinger did better than him, and in my opinion, Allmendinger is a better driver than McDowell, even though he drives in the Xfinity Series. And Kimi Räikkönen crashed out and finished 37th. Räikkönen made his NASCAR Cup Series debut, the Formula One World Champion. So he was involved in a crash on lap 49. So what happened was Austin Dillon was spun by Ross Chastain, and all the other drivers were trying to avoid Dillon, and there wasn't enough space for all of them. So what ended up happening was that Räikkönen was hit from behind by Loris Hezemans, and Räikkönen ended up crashing into the wall and hitting the tire barrier. In the race, Räikkönen said that he said he had fun racing in the post-race interview. We don't know whether or not he has nothing scheduled in the future when it comes to racing at NASCAR. We'll have to see what the 91 team wants to do. The trackhouse has said that they want to attract international drivers, like drivers from other series, such as Formula One. So anyway, there you have it.